I'm Cole Agar. I recently rediscovered jasmine tea, and today I am answering questions about our program structure and curriculum. So, the big question we often get is how long is the program? The way our LLM is structured allows students to be in China for 1 to 2 years. But in both cases, the actual degree isn't awarded until the second year. Most students wonder when our program begins. Our academic calendar starts in mid-August, so that means that international students would usually be arriving on campus in either the first or second week of August of each year. A lot of applicants wonder if they can complete our program in 1 year, especially if they're applicants who are working. Although, as I mentioned, the degree isn't awarded until the second year, in fact, you can complete all of the course requirements, all the necessary credits, and the residency requirement of our program in just 1 year. After that year, an LLM student is then free to go back to their home country or elsewhere for work. Totally fine. The only thing that they would need to complete during that year is a thesis, but they can do that from anywhere in the world. That said, I would say about half of our students do choose to stay on campus for the second year. Some of them take additional law courses, others take business classes or Chinese. Some do internships or travel. So there's a lot of flexibility in that second year. An important question is, what are the program requirements? You need 36 credits to graduate, minimum, and 3 of those credits are from that thesis that I just mentioned. The rest are from courses or things like moot court. Within the course requirements, there are actually only 3 mandatory classes. That is a Chinese law class, a Chinese language class, and a legal writing course. The rest of the courses that you will take during your time in our LLM program are elective classes that you can select from any of our different concentration areas. So this gives any LLM student a lot of flexibility to craft a curriculum that best fits their personal career goals and academic interests. How many courses do you typically take each term? So our academic year is divided into 4 quarters, and typically each quarter, an LLM student would take about 3 to 4 classes. A lot of students wonder about the language of our program. The language of our program is English. That's the only language that you are required to be proficient in. That said, if you do speak Chinese, you are more than welcome to also take classes from our Mandarin language side of the school as well. So that's also available to you. On a related point, a lot of students then wonder, can they study Chinese during the program? The answer is absolutely yes. As I mentioned, all students will take at least 1 Chinese language class, but many will take a Chinese language course each term, and some will even hire a Chinese language tutor or enroll in intensive Chinese language courses during the program. Some applicants wonder if our program is full-time or part-time. It is technically classified as a full-time program. That said, given all that flexibility, both in terms of the courses you select and when you take them, and the timeline of the program, you can effectively take our program on a part-time basis. More and more, we have students wondering if they can complete our program online. No, you can't. It's an in-person program, and we really feel that that's a big part of the value of doing an LLM in China. That said, of course, there's a big exception to this, which is if we are in the middle of a pandemic, then yes, we do have both online and in-person classes in a situation like we're in right now. And finally, some applicants wonder how they will be assessed in the courses. It depends on the class and the professor. It could be a final exam, it could be a term paper, assignments, attendance and participation. And for many classes, it'll likely be a mix of some of those. That's all the questions I have for now. If you have any other questions, though, please feel free to reach out to our admissions office. I will have a link to that below in the video description.